It would help if I turned my microphone on now, wouldn't it? Hi, everybody. Carson Meredith with you on this Saturday night. I hope you're well. I hope your family is well. Hope you've had a blessed holiday season so far. Hope you had a good Christmas. We are back at it here on Wave Weather Now. Hopefully you've enjoyed the break from all of our updates. But boy, oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about. Not just tonight, but tomorrow's looking a little more interesting when it comes to not only some rain, but wind. Could be a blustery day tomorrow. We'll talk about that. I'll give you that new info. We will look ahead to New Year's Eve, which features, of course, rain. And we'll talk about that cold start to 2025. A lot of people probably seen some things on social media about January in general. We'll dive into some of that this evening. Comments we go. Cameron says, Yahoo, woohoo, live is back. Yeah, Brian's still off. He's still taking some time off around the holidays, but I'm here, so we're going to keep doing our live updates on weekends. That is for sure. Tracy says, hello from Salem. I hope you are well. Ainsley says, Merry Christmas. Same to you. Michelle says, good evening as well. Okay, friends, let's dive right into it because we've got so much to discuss. We'll start things off in Bardstown. It's always one of my favorite SkyTrack camera views just in general, but all the holiday lights are still up for the most part, it looks like. When do you take your holiday decor down? I usually wait until first week of January. Let me know what you think in the comments. Here in Louisville, it's 60 degrees. It is a mild evening. These clouds, folks, I mean, they just won't go away, right? They keep us really warm at night, and they kind of keep those temperatures in check during the day. So we really haven't seen those temps fluctuate more than, I don't know, 4 or 5 degrees in the last 2 days because these clouds have been so doggone stubborn. And that is obviously going to be the case through the night tonight because rain is on the march. You see it just off to our south and west, down near good old Bowling Green, town I called home for a few years. Got a couple pockets of heavier rain, it looks like, kind of on the leading edge of this rain mass, right on the state line near Franklin, Tennessee. We'll see if that holds together as it pushes to the north and east. Not much lightning with this, but as we've talked about, there is the chance, that is, throughout the evening and overnight tonight for some thunder, especially if you live in Kentucky. But the severe weather risk is very, very low. I'm not going to say zero because it's wave country. It's the Ohio Valley. You never can totally for certain say that there's zero chance for severe weather. There might be a little wind, but I truly do not expect to see severe weather tonight. Nonetheless, there are some heavy downpours on the leading edge of this rain shield across southern Kentucky. Stretches out towards Russellville, into Hoptown, Hopkinsville, and that will continue to push north and east as the evening wears on. More than anything else, as the night goes on, it's going to be just steady, light to moderate rain with some little pockets of heavier rain in the mix. That'll be the case as we go through really the next 12 hours. Now, let's zoom things out and show you a big-time mess that we've got on our hands in Mississippi and Louisiana. Really just in the last hour or 2 hours, this line of storms has blown up. And you see warnings all over the map in Mississippi. Let's zoom in a little tighter because I know we got a lot of weather geeks out there. Where's Weather Geek? Are you out there tonight, Weather Geek? Let me know. This is a good old-fashioned squall line, my friends, just going to zip right on through. You see it crossing the Mississippi River right now, out of Louisiana into Mississippi, the state itself, and it's going to keep on trucking east and northeast throughout the night tonight. Now, the good news is, while there have been some supercells today, we haven't seen a ton of damage reports. There is some damage down in parts of Mississippi, Louisiana, but it could have been a lot worse so far. But the night is still young for our friends to the south. In fact, you can see a tornado warning in place for Jackson, Mississippi, or at least west of Jackson, near Vicksburg, Mississippi. And you guys know the drill with these lines of storms. It's these little kinks or these little wiggles in the line that you got to watch for those little spin-ups. And that's unfortunately what our friends down in Mississippi and possibly into western Alabama will have to deal with later on tonight. So for anybody that's on my Facebook page, which, by the way, go follow it, meteorologist Carson Meredith. Follow me on Facebook. But for my friends that do follow my page in Alabama, make sure you're paying attention as the night goes on. You got a lot of really good meteorologists down in North Alabama still. So make sure you pay attention as the night goes on. I'll show you the severe weather risk tonight. And you notice we still have a moderate risk in red, basically from where that line of severe storms is tonight. Jackson, Mississippi, up towards Starkville, western Alabama, northern Louisiana. So this is a level 4 risk on that 1 to 5 severe weather scale we always talk about. So this is a pretty substantial threat that's really just getting its act together tonight across the deep south. All right. So now that we have the severe weather scenario in play, let's see. Linda says, good evening. DJ King, good to see you, my friend, up in North Vernon. Hope you're well. Beverly, happy holidays to you. Hope you've had a good holiday season so far. Danny says on Facebook he took the decorations down today to take advantage of the dry time and the warmer temps. Smart thinking there, Danny. Well done. Edward's watching us in Missouri tonight from the Show Me State. Hope you're well over there in the Ozarks tonight. Okay, so the severe weather risk is way, 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 way south of us tonight, okay? Could we still have some thunder? Yes, absolutely we could. Is it going to be severe? No. All right, simple as that. Rain chances are going to climb very rapidly here over the next 2 or 3 hours. The most widespread rain will be from about, 11 o'clock tonight until 5 o'clock Sunday morning. Good timing because a lot of you will be sleeping as most of this rain is falling. It'll be great sleeping weather. But if you are a third shift worker, if you're going to be out overnight tonight, watch for ponding on the roads. Maybe watch for some minor flooding issues. I'm not expecting, significant flooding across the entire region or anything like that, but some creeks and rivers might start to run a little bit high, especially given the rain we had on Friday, the showers we had on Christmas Day. All that water's got to go somewhere. So watch out for creeks and rivers. They might start to run a little high overnight tonight. There could be some minor flooding in low-lying areas as well. Now we look ahead to Sunday morning, and you notice those shower chances are still there. This low pressure is a mean one. Obviously, it's given us the severe weather threat down south tonight, but it's going to slowly trek northward tomorrow, and we're still going to have some of that wraparound moisture nearby. So that's why we have to keep the shower chances elevated, I'll call it, throughout much of the day on Sunday too. Let's focus on tonight. This forecast model has done fantastic this week. You don't hear me saying that about models a whole lot, but this one's doing a really nice job, and it's doing a good job tonight. 10 o'clock, that rain really starting to take over. If I'll say any critiques, it's maybe an hour or two too slow, but you get the gist. Rain moves in this evening. What we'll have to watch is these pockets of yellow and orange and red, those heavier downpours that might cause additional ponding or minor flooding. This is around 1 a.m. We mentioned that if there's going to be any thunderstorm chance tonight, in all likelihood, it will be in central Kentucky. And you kind of see it right there, this little broken line of heavier downpours, embedded thunderstorms, basically along I-65 around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. That's going to be our best shot for thunder. Okay? Could we get a little 40-mile-an-hour wind gust out of it? Yeah, sure, absolutely. This system has a ton of shear with it, a ton of wind energy to work with. So I certainly can't rule that out. There's just not much fuel. There's not much storm fuel for these storms to possibly go severe. That's way down south where I showed you a few minutes ago. The big story is going to be the heavy rain. 3 a.m., still going. But as we get towards sunrise in the morning, you notice this pretty substantial dry slot. This drier air punches in from the south and west. So that should kind of cut off the heaviest rain near sunrise tomorrow. There will still be showers around, obviously, but we should get a little bit of a reprieve in the more steady stuff that we'll be seeing through the night. So this is around 9 a.m. Steadier rain to our east, but look up here on the left side of the screen. You kind of see the wraparound moisture that we'll be dealing with for the rest of the day on Sunday. There's our Sunday rain chances. And again, I'm trying to go bit by bit here with how this is all going to play out this weekend. So you see that dry slot early tomorrow morning. That's why the shower chances are down to around 40% here. But as that wraparound moisture comes back into the region from the west, we spike those rain chances to around 60% during the early afternoon. So if you've got any lunch plans, maybe after Sunday services tomorrow afternoon, pay attention. That's when the rain chances are going to spike. And when the rain chances are at their highest tomorrow afternoon, around 60%, that is when the wind will also become a factor. And this has really become more into focus here as the day has gone on today, looking over the data. Let's start with Futurecast for tomorrow. Okay, this is for tomorrow, not tonight. 12:30, that dry slot is going away. Still some showers around, but here comes the wraparound stuff moving in from the south and west. The good news with this wraparound moisture is it's not going to be as heavy, so I'm not as worried about additional flooding issues, as minor as they are, but it's still going to be more rain, right? Talking another 1/10 to maybe 1/4 inch of rain tomorrow. And as these wraparound showers move in on the backside of this system, this is when the wind is going to ramp up in a big, big way. There's no wind advisories at this point, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Weather Service decided to issue a wind advisory. We don't issue warnings. We don't do any of that stuff. We leave it to the Weather Service, and we're the messengers. That's how things work with us. But bottom line, shower chances are at their highest early afternoon tomorrow, noon to 4. And then finally, slowly but surely, this low pressure will get a move on. Still could have some widespread showers in southern Indiana around dinner time tomorrow, but eventually, I'd say after midnight tomorrow night, these showers will finally start to wind down. Thank goodness. It's been a messy setup to watch for sure here over the last few days. Back to the comments we go. Kathy says, hey, from Trimble County. Hope you're well up in Trimble County. Ed's watching us in St. Louis. Okay. All right. Hope all is well over there in St. Louis tonight. Heidi says hello from Alabama. Make sure you're staying weather aware tonight, Heidi, down there. Susan says, nice tie. Thank you. It's not really a Christmas tie. I like it. It looks good. Happy holidays to you as well. Tommy says, what's it look like for Carrollton tomorrow? Well, we kind of walked you through Sunday's setup during the day. Showers possible all day. Best shot for showers will be between noon and 4. That's the rain side of it. I'll get to the wind here in a minute. Let's see. Teresa's all of this. Very tired of the rain. Yeah, aren't we all? Aren't we all? It's been one after another, hasn't it? All right, now let's talk about the wind for tomorrow. Now, you look at our wind graph here, and you see 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, 54 mile per hour gust. And you're thinking, holy smokes, that's pretty strong wind. And it is. What the models are struggling with, however, is whether or not there's going to be an inversion in the atmosphere. So just above our heads, when you have an inversion, that kind of keeps the wind in check to an extent. All right. And that inversion is still there for the most part. Looking over the model data this evening. Having said that, while I don't expect to see wind gusts that extreme, over 50 miles per hour, I do think we will see wind gust tomorrow from 10 a.m. onward between 30 and 40 miles per hour. That is enough to send your trash cans flying down the street. That is enough to send Rudolph and Santa Claus and Frosty that are inflated in the front yard down the street. So make sure, scoot the trash can just inside the garage door tonight before you go to bed. And quite honestly, I would just leave the holiday inflatables down tomorrow if you still have them up. If you are going to take the risk and lead those inflatables up throughout the day tomorrow into tomorrow night as well, make sure they are anchored down good. Again, we may have a wind advisory come out of this if we gain more confidence that we'll see wind gust over 40 miles per hour. That's the magic number for wind advisories, is 40 miles per hour. And if we do see that, we will flag tomorrow as an alert day for a short amount of time to give you that extra heads up that, hey, it's really, really windy. Be careful on the roads. Anchor down your holiday inflatables and things like that. No alert day for tomorrow at this point because I think most of the winds will be under 40 miles an hour. But if they go above 40, our forecast confidence increases. We think there's a better shot we'll see 40 mile an hour wind gust. We might go with a very short alert day tomorrow afternoon. We'll watch it. Let's see. Anita is asking about possible power outages tomorrow because of this wind. It's not impossible, Anita, especially given how saturated the ground is from all the rain we've had. But you don't really start seeing significant power outages with wind until you get over 50 miles per hour. And I really just don't see that at this stage of the game. Could that change? Yes. But right now, I think any power outage potential would be isolated. Maybe a tree limb falls onto a line, something like that. Hope that makes sense. Excuse me. Steve says, thanks, Carson and all of Wave 3 for keeping us updated. Glad to do it, Steve. That's our job. We love it. We love doing it. Kathy says, hello from Lebanon. Jeff's asking about long-range snow chances. Hang tight, my friend. We're getting there. There's just so much to discuss tonight. Let's see. Kay says hello from Henry County. Melinda's watching in Madison. So we got everybody watching tonight, all parts of Wave Country. All right, one more rain setup, and then I could talk a little snow, okay? One more rain talk. This is for New Year's Eve on Tuesday. Pretty stout, low pressure. It's just going to zip on right through Wave Country as we get towards Tuesday morning in particular. That's when I think the rain chances will be at their highest. And you know what? My access to the weather computer just crashed on me. Doggone it. But anyway, while I get this reset. You notice that low pressure, it's very compact and it's a quick mover. So that's why the rain chances on Tuesday are not going to be all day. We could start to see a few showers as early as Monday night, but I think the highest rain chances at this stage of the game look to be as we head towards Tuesday morning. And it looks more showery. The more I'm looking at the high-res models, it's not looking like a soaking washout kind of rain like we have tonight. It's instead going to be more of that hit and miss kind of stuff as the evening goes on Monday night. All right, I got access to my computer back. Here we go. So there goes that low, zipping on through. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. My allergies I guess just this time of year is getting to me. My sinuses. 4:30 Tuesday afternoon, the low is pushing to our east. We're just left with a couple lingering showers. And if you're a night owl, not like me, and you're going to be out celebrating 2025 on Tuesday night, we'll keep a small chance for maybe 1 or 2 lingering showers or some mist and drizzle. But I'm optimistic that any midnight celebrations are going to be drier as we head into Tuesday evening. You see some snowflakes might try to mix in up in the Great Lakes. I'm not too concerned about that here because temperatures will remain above freezing as we head into Tuesday night. So midnight festivities, don't cancel them. Just keep the umbrella maybe nearby. Could have 1 or 2 showers left over. Braden's asking about the wind advisory for the winds tomorrow. It's possible, kind of like I said a minute ago, Braden, it's possible. But they have not issued a wind advisory at this point. Okay, once that Tuesday New Year's Eve system moves out, here comes the cold to kick off 2025. This is for next Thursday. I've got a high of 40 here in the city. Everybody else will be in the 30s, no question. On New Year's Day, Wednesday, into Thursday, and beyond. And as a lot of you guys know, we are going to get in a very favorable cold weather pattern, at least for the first half of January. And at least in our 10-day forecast, we've got 2 systems we're watching. So snow lovers, wake up. Here we go. Here's the first system. This is for late next week, late Thursday night and into Friday. Looks like a quick clipper scooting through this particular area. But you notice there's not, at least on the European model, which you're seeing right now, there's not a ton of moisture with this clipper. You look at the GFS, that's a different story. It's got quite a bit more moisture compared to what the Euro has right here. So as we go through the end of next week, Thursday night into early Friday, we'll keep a small chance for a couple of snow showers as this clipper scoots by. I think the higher potential will be in the mountains, where you see that clipper really try to get its act together across West Virginia into Pennsylvania and those areas. Too early for accumulations or anything like that. That's the first system we're watching for the end of next week. Quick little clipper, maybe a few snow showers. This system, I think, has more potential. Next weekend, 1 week from tomorrow, Sunday, January 5th. Circle that day on your calendar. Could be interesting. Very early in the ballgame on this. Very, very early. There's a lot of differences as to where this low pressure out near St. Louis is actually going to wind up. You look at the GFS, it's been consistent on a southern track low for a while. If that were to be the case, and that low kind of goes down near I-40, jogs like that up the eastern seaboard, now you're talking when it comes to snow chance. However, this is the European model once again. And with that low going over St. Louis, that would likely mean, more than anything else, a rain setup for wave country with maybe a little mix towards the end, or some wraparound moisture trying to sneak in as the low exits next Sunday night into the following Monday, as a lot of us are heading back to work and school. Still a long ways to go before we nail down any specifics on this, okay? But I think if you're looking between those two systems late next week into next weekend, it's the second one that I'm showing you here that has the best snow potential, okay? So those are at least two systems we're watching. But I'm telling you, even beyond the 10-day, things look quite favorable. Not only with temperatures, but there's just going to be more of these little waves just kind of trying to scoot through that are just outside the 10-day that you really can't see just yet. And there's been a lot of talk on social media today when it comes to the long-range guidance when it comes to a huge Arctic blast in about 2 weeks. I'm not going to show anything specific on that just yet. Let me pull up one map, though, that I will show you. As we get towards, what would that be, the 10th or so of January? I'll show you the general temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. Look at that blue. It is a virtual guarantee that we will see below average temperatures for the first half of January. If you look at the European and the GFS, they suggest some extremely cold Arctic air moving in about 2 weeks' time, around the 9th, 10th, or 11th of January, somewhere in that ballpark. Will that come with snow? Early in the ball game, it's possible. Too early to say for specifics. But that kind of cold that I'm seeing on the long-range guidance would make things rather interesting here in about 2 weeks, even more interesting than it already is for next weekend. So stay tuned, as they say in TV, or as they used to say. But it's definitely going to get cold and stay cold right as we flip the calendar to 2025. You see that on the 10-day. 62 tomorrow, and that's an early morning high temperature tomorrow, by the way. Temperatures will drop throughout the day. And we'll stay in the 50s Monday and Tuesday. But then that cold air really takes hold for New Year's Day. Highs near 40, and we'll keep those highs in the 30s. Heading on into next weekend and beyond. So snow lovers, do not give up. Do not give up. We're still very early in the season. A lot of our snow falls after December around here. I think Ryan had it as a hokey weather fact this week. About 80% of our snow comes in January or beyond, after December. So we are still very early in the game. No white Christmas, but things are looking much, much better here in about a week or two. So hang tight. Until then, it's a lot of rain. A lot of rain, especially tonight. Comments have been quiet the last few minutes. I know I'm probably boring you all. So any last minute comments, questions, thoughts, concerns? If you're all good, type, I don't know, 567 in the comments. Type 567 if you're good to go and you want me to stop talking. Let's see. Jason on YouTube says, hello. Hope you had a good holiday. I did. Same to you, my friend. Let's see. Vessi on YouTube says, hello from Greensburg, Kentucky. Hope you're well down there in Greene County, my friend. Let's see. There's Weather Geek. You're going to win the snow guess. I might. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good when it comes to that kind of snow guess, right? What was my guess? January 4th. So closest without going over, I guess. Is that really over? Like Price is Right? I don't know. So, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about the snow guest this year. My rookie year here at Wave, and I might win it. How about that? All right, guys, that's going to do it for now. I need to save my voice. I'm struggling here. Sorry about that. We'll be on tonight on Wave News at 11. I will be tracking a lot of rain on radar as it continues to move in. If you got to be out tonight, be careful. Watch out for ponding on the roads, things like that. If you hear thunder trying to sleep tonight, don't be spooked. Nothing severe expected. Just some good old-fashioned rumblers, as I like to call it. Good sleeping weather, hopefully, for a lot of you. And if you're going to be out tomorrow, just be careful with the showers and the wind. Again, we'll keep an eye on just how high those wind gusts might go. If we're becoming more confident that it goes above 40 miles an hour tomorrow, we may flag an alert day for a brief amount of time tomorrow afternoon when the wind gusts are at their highest. We're not that confident yet in seeing those gusts that high, but it's something we'll watch as we look at more data this evening and overnight tonight. All right, that's it for now. Appreciate you guys watching as always. Had a lot of you watching tonight, especially on a holiday weekend. Much appreciated. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. And we will be on TV tonight at 11. If you don't want to stay up late, that's okay. We'll be here on Wave Weather Now around the same time tomorrow night, 7:15 or so. All right, guys, that is it for now. Talk soon. Good night.